So good morning, everybody. And this morning, we're going to continue with our theme of the free breath. And I'd like you to try and remember a sentence. The sentence is, the air is light and therefore fills the room weightlessly. And we're going to stay with that sentence throughout the session. And we're just going to notice what effect that has, what effect it has on our breathing, what effect it has on our positions, and what effect it has just on our feeling in general. So let's start straight away with the free breath exercise that we've been doing. Let's come into a standing position. And we'll start first of all with the opposite, with the so-called controlled breathing. So for controlled breathing, which is the opposite to free breath, we combine our breathing with the movement. We use the breath in order to stretch up as high as we can. So we can do this 3 times together. We can draw the breath in, and then you can puff it out or blow it out. Breathe in, raising your arms. Stretching as high as you can, and blow the air out. Draw the breath in. And blow the breath out. And then just relax. So this guided breathing, it's a very commonly used method to help us stretch more, to help us breathe more deeply. The free breath exercise has a slightly different purpose. It does help us to breathe more deeply and to stretch, but it also has another purpose. And maybe you can ponder about what this is over the coming days. For the free breath exercise now, we'll come to our sentence. The air is light and therefore fills the room weightlessly. And with that thought, you can now gently take your arms through this air that fills the room, this weightless air. Again, we'll do the movement 3 times. But this time we don't guide the breath in and out, but we just quietly notice what it does and how its quality is. And just relax. Just pause for a moment so you can notice how your breathing is. How did the movement feel with that exercise? And how do you feel just generally in yourself? So the 2 different approaches to breathing have different effects, different purposes, we could say as well. Let's come to the sun prayer, and we'll try to stay with our sentence. The air is light. It fills the room weightlessly. So we'll try and keep our awareness really in the air that surrounds us. Take the hands together. Move the arms up through that air, lengthening a little bit from the solar plexus. Taking the hands down and glide out into the air in front of you. Take the hands by your feet, right foot back. Form a good base with the legs and take the arms up through that surrounding air, right up high. Just let the breath find its natural path. Come into the plank. Take the knees, chest and face down. Cobra. Downward dog. Right foot forward. Take the arms up again. And the other foot forward. Swing up. Grow. Take the hands down. Take the hands together. Rise up. Grow. Take the hands down and forwards. Left foot back. Rise up and grow. Come into the plank. Knees, chest and face down. Cobra. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Half moon. Other foot forward. Stretch up. Take the hands by your sides. We'll do another round. We'll do it much more slowly this time. We'll pause in each position and let's really become aware of this weightless air around us. This air is allowed to flow in and out of the lungs very freely. Take the hands together. Take the arms up into that surrounding air. We'll pause in this position. You can be aware of your breath. That's a little bit more of a stretch from your middle. Moving up into the weightless air that surrounds you. Opening right up into it. Take the hands down again now. We'll glide out forwards. We'll come into a longer stretch this time. You can feel the air touching your fingers out in front of you. They should not be resting on the ground. Stretch a bit further forwards. Still breathing. And a bit further. Now take the hands next to your feet. Take the right foot back. Lower the legs towards the ground. Take the arms through the surrounding air and right up above your head. Now let's increase the movement a bit more. Down more with the hips, up more from the solar plexus, so that the arms move right up high into the air above you. Remain aware of that air. Allow it to flow in and out of your lungs. Take the hands down, come into the plank. Let's just pause in this position. This is a more strengthening one. Feel the shoulders strong, body in a firm straight line, strong abdominal muscles. Now take the knees down, chest and face come down to the ground, slide along the ground and open up into the cobra. Pause in this one again. Be aware of the air above you. Let it move in and out of your lungs. Open a little bit more. And now push back into downward dog. Lengthen a little bit more. Your bottom comes right up high.
Let the breath flow in and out from the surrounding space. Now the right foot forward between your hands, come down into the half moon. From a good base, take the arms up, outwards, and then above your head. Stretch a bit more, up into that surrounding air. Let it flow in and out of your lungs. Take the hands down. Take the other foot forward. Just pause in this position again. Stretch out in front of you. Keep breathing. Let your fingers touch the air in front of you. Take the hands down and swing up. Once again, we'll grow out of the solar plexus. Remain aware of the air all around you and above you. Continue to grow up. Let the breath come into your lungs. And take the hands by your sides. Let's just pause. Be aware once again of the air that is light and so fills the room weightlessly. We'll do the other side a little bit faster than that side. Take the hands together. Take the arms up. Grow into that surrounding air. Take the hands down and glide forwards into the air in front of you. Take the hands next to your feet. Take the left foot back. Arms through the surrounding air right the way up and really grow. Take the hands next to your foot and then come into the plank. Good firm line. Take the knees down, chest and face down. Slide forwards and open. Breathe. Push into downward dog. Take the left foot forward. Rise up with the arms. Grow a bit more. Take the hands down, take the other foot forward. Swing up into the standing half moon. And take the hands down through that weightless air. Let's just pause again. Be aware of your breath. And be aware of how you feel in yourself with that thought that the air all around us is weightless. It's constantly coming and going from our lungs. So we'll come to another position. Can you come down, sit down on the ground? Straighten out your right leg. Bend your left foot inwards. So we're going to do a twist. And this one again helps us to really move into that surrounding air. Let's start simply by looking into the room and just staying with our thought. The air is light and it fills the room weightlessly. Let's take the arms through, out into that air and up, feeling it just brushing through your fingers as you do this. Stretch up a little bit more, twist to your left. Take the right hand onto your left knee and with your left hand, take it round behind you as if again you're reaching into the air that fills the room. You can feel the breath coming in and out of your lungs. The head stays free. The body is really upright. Try and keep your neck as free as you can, your shoulders down. Straighten up again, take the arms up above your head. And glide down with your arms. Change your legs around. Let the breath flow, be aware of it. Look into the room. The air is weightless. Take the arms through that weightless air. Feel how that air flows in and out of your lungs. Twist to your right. Take the left hand onto the right knee. Take the right hand behind your back. And glide outwards again. Be aware of the air in the room. The air surrounds your fingers. And it also flows into your lungs. The head is free and the neck. The twist is in the middle of your back. Take the arms up above your head again. And take the arms down through that surrounding air. Change your legs around again. This time we'll do the twist without supporting the hand on the knee, so it means we need to find more strength in our middle. Take the arms up. Just become aware of the solar plexus region, so where your lower ribs are. And from that region, quite specifically, try and twist, keeping the neck free and the shoulder area free. Open your arms wide into a horizontal line. Look over your left hand and take the right hand to your toes. The twist is in your middle. Try and lengthen through your upper spine, opening your chest so that you don't slouch forward too much. Let's become aware of this thought of the air, the weightless air filling the room. And your lungs. Come back again, take the arms up. Stretch. And take the arms down. Change the legs around again. Look into the room, be aware of the weightless air. Take the arms up. Stretch from your middle, and specifically from your middle, twist to the right. Take the arms into a horizontal line again. Look over the right hand and take the left hand to your toes. Once again, the twist is from the middle and you lengthen through the upper spine so you can open the shoulder girdle a little bit more. Be aware of that weightless air, let it flow in and out of your lungs. An interchange between the surrounding space and the inside of your lungs. Come back again, take the arms up. Take the hands down through that surrounding air. Just pause, relax, be aware of your breath, its quality, as well as its depth, and how you feel in yourself. Let's come back up to a standing position. We'll come to the dancer as our next position. Just stand in a good upright position. This is another one where the center is the solar plexus. And I like to imagine for this position that this center is like a curtain rail that's here, but a good strong pole, really strong. And that's got to remain upright because our curtain is our leg. If I show you this way around. If here's the curtain rail, the curtain falls away from it, it just hangs down, but this mustn't collapse, has to stay lifted. So everything above there is held up. Take your right ankle with your right hand. Keep your curtain rail lifted up and let the curtain drop down so your knee drops down towards the floor. So the breath flows from the weightless air in the room into your lungs. Come back down. Just check your curtain rail again, lift up and take the other foot, other ankle. Once again, let that knee drop down while you keep the solar plexus area lifted. So the solar plexus is the most important center probably for the breathing. The others are involved as well, but here we have the diaphragm and we have the rib cage, which can expand. And come back down again. Okay, just come into a forward then. Lengthening the back. Breath flowing. And then swing back up again. Take the hands down. Right, this time we're going to grow not only downwards, but upwards as well. Let's think of really letting the body expand out of this center into this air that is filling the room. So stand upright with your solar plexus well lifted again. Take the right ankle. Raise your left hand. Now we're going to grow in both directions. Down into the knee, up into the chest. And that movement from the chest naturally flows up through the arm. Remember, the air in the room is weightless, and you can feel that weightless air around your fingers. Open the front of your body a bit more. That's where the activity is. But in the fingers, there's lightness. In the head, there's lightness. Come back down. Let the breath flow. Here's your center. Take the left ankle. Raise the right hand. Let the breath flow. From the center, you grow down into the leg, up into the chest. Continue to glide in both directions, increasing the movement. And come down again. Roll down and hang forwards. Relax and then swing up. Grow a bit more. Take the hands down through the weightless air that fills the room. We'll finish with one final position. This is Yoga Mudra. So the easiest way of doing Yoga Mudra is in the kneeling position, but it can also be done in the lotus or half lotus position if you're able to do either of those. So for Yoga Mudra, we come forwards onto the mat, but it's important that we remain still very conscious and don't just sink down as if we're sort of burying ourselves in the earth. You can almost imagine you're remaining slightly on top of the earth and that you're surrounded once again by this weightless air. Let's just start facing forwards again, looking into the room, remembering this room is filled with weightless air. Let's take the arms out through that air, right up high above the head. The air is above us as well as to our sides and in front of us. Feel it flowing into your lungs.
And you can take the body forwards. You can take the hands onto the mat, the fingers are together. And then slide the hands carefully forwards. Gradually your body comes closer and closer to the ground. So the breathing will change. It can actually, if we do this in a conscious way, the breath can flow very deeply in this position. You can, if possible, rest your forehead or your nose just lightly on the ground, not too heavily. And remain aware of that stream of breath that flows from the surroundings into your lungs. When we can remain aware of the breath in this way, it also helps us to remain in a clearer overseeing and guidance of the whole position. Let's come back up again. Take the arms up once again above the head through that surrounding space. Notice how your breath movement changes with the different movements. And take the hands down. Let's remain in a sitting position to finish off. So the sentence we've stayed with today is that the air is light and therefore fills the room weightlessly. And I put a question to you at the beginning of the session, which was, what is the purpose of working with these thoughts in our yoga? And you can just ponder upon how you feel in yourself through working in this way, how it affects your breathing, and how it affects your movements, how it affects your thinking, the way that you think in the exercises, for example, or your awareness. Okay, let's finish our session there.